to Superman and Lois TV Talk. This is our podcast for Season 3, Episodes 3, 4, and 5. In Cold Blood, Too Close for Comfort, no, Too Close to Home, and Head On. My name is Robin.
And I'm Frank. We're sorry. We're the deadbeat dads of podcasting. We should have been here 3 weeks ago. But, yeah, dad life.
Dad life.
And by deadbeat dads, I mean we're too busy being dads to our children to be podcasters. I don't know. The metaphor fell apart real fast.
Yep. And unfortunately, the third one of us is not here. And who knows? Maybe he'll record another episode with Tucker.
That'd be great. We'll just switch off.
Why not? Why not? But maybe he'll do it for the next episode rather than the one we already discussed. But it was actually kind of, I liked it. It was kind of fun to have a nice little
it was super
bonus
fun
episode. Yeah. Oh, I see what you did there. So Derek's not here, but we may still be hearing from him.
He's here in spirit, right? Like
he's here in spirit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, geez, we have so much to talk about tonight with these 3 episodes. And really, honestly, I don't want this to turn into a 3-hour podcast. Mm-hmm. So I am going to set up a timer.
Okay, sounds good.
And the timer is going to give us 15 minutes to talk about each episode.
Okay.
So 15 minutes per episode. That way, maybe we'll keep it under an hour. Who knows? We'll probably go over an hour. But, we're trying. We're trying.
We will try. We'll do our best.
Yeah. I mean, some people might be like, I don't even remember episode 3. It was so long ago.
Right. And, you're right.
You're not alone.
Should we do episode descriptions just to sort of recap people and bring people up to date in case they forgot anything?
I mean, sure, but I don't have those here. Do you have any sort of access?
I don't have them. See, if Derek was here, he would totally.
Derek would definitely.
He's the prepared one. He would have the.
Pursue a new lead in the Mannheim investigation against Clark's wishes. Meanwhile, Jonathan, Jordan, and Nat's attempt at a kind gesture is complicated by an unexpected obstacle. Lastly, Lana, Sarah, and Kyle adjust to their own new normal. Lois interrupts an intense conversation between Clark and John Henry. Meanwhile, Kyle tries to run interference between Sarah and Lana. Lastly, Jonathan has a heated discussion with Candice's dad. Clark and General Lane are both having a hard time giving Lois room to make her own decisions. Meanwhile, Lana and Sarah have a run-in with an old friend at the diner. Lastly, Natalie has a surprise visitor.
Thank you, AI Derek.
Wow, if you can't have the real thing, you might as well leave it up to cold technology.
It's only slightly more soulless than Derek is. So
That's true. Awesome. So thank you, AI Derek, and we're going to move on to talk about In Cold Blood. And holy cow, I'm about to hit the timer. We're going to do this. 15 minutes.
All right, 15 minutes starts now.
Now, if we're talking and suddenly you'll hear a familiar podcast jingle, that means we went on too long.
Okay.
So here we go. All right. In Cold Blood, written by Jai Jameson, directed by Gregory Smith. I broke down into chapters. This might actually make it easier to talk about each episode.
Good for you. Well done.
Yeah, I miss doing chapters. I think the 3rd episode is the only one I couldn't figure out how to do that.
All right, fair enough.
I'm taking away time from In Cold Blood.
Yeah, you're.
Speaking of blood, the first chapter I entitled "No One Makes Me Bleed My Own Blood," which is, of course, a quote from Citizen Kane. So, yeah, this is the one where, so we have Clark having this reoccurring nightmare of Lois screaming for Clark and buildings collapsing all around. I mean, it's very, metaphoric. Is that?
Yeah. Symbolic.
Symbolic. Yeah. Clark is really worried he's not going to be able to save Lois in time.
It's like the one thing he can't save her from, right? Is like something medical. Like,
yeah. We did get guest voice Jenna Dewan.
Okay, yeah.
Lucy, yeah.
I wondered if that was actually, I didn't check the credits to see if that was actually her.
Yeah, it was her guest voice. I don't know if she recorded that on a phone and sent that to Vancouver or what.
I'm sure it was something like that.
But yeah, Lois is breaking the news to everybody, and I think one of the strongest things that got to me was Sam desperately asking Clark about Kryptonian technology before pretty much just breaking down crying.
Yeah,
so sad.
Yeah, a lot of emotion from Sam this season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Beppo is finding out about this DeStefano guy. He's finding out about Alistair Hook. We saw that doctor in the train tunnels, but he's the one that's been signing the releases on these bad guys. So unfortunately, the chemo treatment that Lois is supposed to be taking at this New Carthage Cancer Center is being avoided because Lois is constantly ducking and finding a way to she's just more attracted to investigating Bruno Mannheim than she is to doing this. But Bruno Mannheim is my white whale, she says.
Right. It very much reminds me of all the times that Clark has to disappear to become Superman. It kind of feels like Lois is doing her own version of that.
Yeah, honestly, Lois Clark would have probably just as bad of a time not being able to save people than
right, exactly. It's the thing that he does. That's what he does. I mean, he's a reporter too, but this is what she does.
Right. So meanwhile, like, Sam is getting mad at Clark for letting Lois miss her appointment. I put in quotes because it's just like, yeah, man, come on, blame this on Clark,
right? As if anyone could stop her, right?
Mm-hmm. So Clark ends up like trying to like babysit her, but then ends up being again pulled away to a mudslide in Nepal. And so Lois is. I like this little sequence when Lois is like distracted by like pen clicks, the gloves and the water cooler, the TV. So yeah, she just ends up texting Beppo and then tracking her down to outside Danner Medical, which is this hospital that has been recently. Is this the one that's been recently cleared out? Or no. This is when they find there's some stuff going on in here.
Yeah. Something seems off.
They basically, they stumble into a cooler full of blood bags.
Right. Not really. Doesn't seem up to code to me. Something smells fishy.
Right. We find out not only does Superman not be able to see through lead, but Lois cannot call through freezer doors.
Apparently.
I love that she's like, the beeper doesn't work inside the freezer. It usually takes 3 seconds for Superman to reach her. 10 if he's in space.
Yes, 10 if he's in space is great.
And then it's just like, we see Superman like up in space, like listening. But oh god, Beppo really gets Lois good here, where she's just like, Lois is like, I have 2 priorities. It's taking care of this cancer and investigating Bruno. And Beppo's like, that's not how priorities work. So they get stuck inside this cooler. And it could have turned into a bottle episode of Superman and Lois where they talk about the fun times they had on previous episodes. It could have been a great thing where Lois is just like, yeah, Beppo, like you just found out, but like, let me tell you about the stuff in seasons 1 and 2 that you weren't privy to.
I do love when they do things like that. Like when Chloe's like, Pete got to know your secret.
Yeah.
Sorry, I talked about that show. I gotta.
Oh gosh. Okay. I think Zoom completely cut out that change noise, but maybe it'll show up on the recording. I don't know. The henchman that finds Lois when I love Lois steps out of the cooler and he's like, Lois Lane. Great. I saw in the credits his name is Mike Gunn. Gunn with the 2 N's.
Yes.
Just like James Gunn.
James
Gunn potentially stepping up to consider executing Lois Lane. consider executing this show, but decides no. I'll let her live. But
like Gladiator.
But I love this like moment where it's just like it's all like this thing where like what's gonna happen, but Lois is just like wait, Chrissy steps out, hits the beeper because now the door is open.
Yeah.
And Lois screams Superman. And then Superman gets to relive the nightmare.
Yep.
But the nightmare did not involve Mike Gunn, who now pulls out his own guns.
Mm-hmm.
I just called crypto Mega Man blasters because
nice.
they look like
that's actually
fire white pellets now rather than
that is extremely accurate. That is extremely accurate. Well done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Superman and Mike square off. But you know, the blasters are almost too much, but Steel comes in and rescues them or Superman. But Mike has a thermal detonator,
which is literally like sweet explosion though.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you want to walk away from an explosion, that's some good stuff right there. I don't care what we're watching. Like that episode of Gossip Girl when they walked away from the explosion was the raddest.
Is this real?
Yeah.
Is this real?
No. Well, maybe it is. I don't know.
I was going to be very impressed, but also have a lot of follow-up questions for you.
So, yeah, I don't know all the hot gossip, girl. All right. So moving on. Lois says she's doesn't want everybody to keep treating her like she's fragile. She doesn't want to lose her hair, her taste buds, her energy. She doesn't want to lose herself. In which Clark was just like, in the music, the moment you got.
Oh no, no! Time and place.
That's been my treadmill, Bob. I'm sorry.
But yeah, that was a really touching moment. Like really.
Yeah. Sam finds out it's Superman's blood, and meanwhile, we have Vic. The bad guy that got rejuvenated earlier a couple episodes ago is in the tank, like almost like the back
to tank. Yeah, totally.
And he gets really mad when you tap on the glass.
Yeah.
Anyway, the doctor says they need. The henchman who I called Creepo guy, because this guy just looks like a creepo. Tells the doctor they need to find somebody to push further. So that's the ... this plot line ends on.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about my next chapter. I call slap of the face. No?
Wow.
This new security system in the Lang household. Sarah has to identify herself. He calls herself Sarah Cortez.
Mm-hmm.
That's after she jokes about ordering fast food. She gets right up to the monitor and she's like, "Y'all have hamburgers?"
That was funny.
Yeah,
y'all have hamburgers. Nice.
Y'all have hamburgers. Okay. And also Lana's using her maiden name. So this is, I had to retitle my notes. This is not the Cushing home. This is the Lang home.
That's right. The Lang Cortez. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what a Sophie is. I don't know what Sophie is. Sophia Cortez. Is she alive?
You know, it's Schrodinger's Sophie. It's
Sophie Schrodinger.
Sophie both exists and doesn't exist at the same time. Her name is both Cortez and Lang at any given time.
Kyle finds out about John Henry. I love that the fact that Kyle just thinks of Mr. Irons as just this guy that lives off Main Street.
Yeah. Yeah.
He doesn't know anything about John Henry.
He's just like, sure, I know who he is because we live in a small town, but I don't know anything about him.
Yeah. Yeah. So, there's this whole thing where also Nat's having some tension with John Henry because she wants to give this watch that she gave to their Lois and now give it to this Lois to make her feel better, or something like that. Kyle shows up at the office saying that, there's this, he's got he's just wondering about the why is it that John Henry is helping, and she accuses him of having a fragile ego. Anyway, she is super mad, ends up going home, and Sarah kind of accuses Lana of being selfish, and then says that's probably why Dad cheated on you, and gets a slap in the face.
This was so uncomfortable to watch. It was very realistically written, though. I feel like that's like,
yeah,
when that's how things escalate, like emotionally, right? It was like very emotionally accurate the way it was written. You have one argument, and then you bring that energy into another argument, and then things escalate too quickly, you know. And what Lana did was awful, and she showed immediate remorse for it, but it was so hard to watch.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you know, so the one thing that kids have to understand is that, you know, parents are flawed, you know, things happen. And, you know, Lana is very, you know, she's like begging for forgiveness. Turns out she's got an abusive past. Her mother abused her. So it's almost like the cycle of abuse.
It's the cycle of abuse. Exactly.
Scares the hell out of Lana. And
she scares herself, right?
Yeah. So Sarah ends up going to Vicky Mays and kind of interrupts a little potential hookup between Kyle and Beppo.
Yeah.
We also find out a little bit of Kyle's past. His dad died of liver cancer. So
he's
sympathetic about what Lois is going through.
New sides of Kyle all the time.
Yeah. All right. My last chapter, I call it Vigilante Teens. Vigilant teens. So Candice is now dressed up like Shelley from Twin Peaks, which is cool. She's working at Vicky's. Let's see.
Damn fine coffee.
We also find out the chain that Jonathan usually wears is a chain that Eliza got for him. Or wait, no, that he's wearing the chain that she got him, that she gave to him in the last episode.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Let's see. What else? Jonathan goes to try to confess about the Eliza thing to Candice at the trailer park, but Emmett Pergrandy, Emmett, the father, is asking about his truck. It's a gift. Oh, it's a hell of a gift. Not John Boy.
Night John Boy was good though.
Oh yeah, creepazoid. Okay. So Jonathan's truck gets stolen. Candice gets offended because Jonathan tells her about it. But yeah, Nat and Jordan is like, yeah, it's definitely her dad.
Yeah.
So they decide to team up, and Nat with her power suit, Jordan, of course, with his powers, and without Clark and Lois knowing. And then we have a pretty cool action scene where they kind of break into a chop shop. I love this whole direction as well. The following John through the smoke.
Yes.
He's got to hold his breath for the tear gas.
Yes. Yeah. That's how they made it. That's how they gave it tension, right? Was like, can he make it to the truck? Like, oh, so good.
Yeah. And speaking of tension, I don't know what's going to happen here, but we might need to. Oh, gosh. Nothing more tense than that theme going on. All right, let's see if we can just summarize it. Really, the truck is retrieved. Candice finds the watch in her dad's possession and apologizes.
Yeah.
You know, she realizes what happened. And at the end of the episode, all is kind of forgiven. John Henry is okay with Nat giving her the watch. He understands now, you know, and he's like, Lois is my friend, and it's okay to admit that he's actually worried about her too. It might be something that John Henry is, you know, he's angry, but he's also like, you know, I don't know.
He's having a hard time letting go. Like letting go of the watch is like letting go of his Lois, but he came around. I don't necessarily agree with how he was sort of giving Natalie the cold shoulder over it, but
right. Sure, watch.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm glad he came around.
Lois, of course, is very moved by the whole watch thing.
Yeah.
And we get the beautiful, beautiful Dan Romer score as the truck leaves.
Gorgeous.
And Lois is just looking out the window.
Beautiful.
Loved it. Hey, we went a little over, but
but not bad. Not bad. We give it, yeah. All right. Let's set up a time. Right. Let's set it up and let's set them up and knock them down. Let's do it again.
Okay, here we go. Too Close to Home, written by Juliana James, directed by Stuart Hendler. First chapter I call Get a Haircut.
Nice.
It's a great Superman scene with the giant Sequoia National Forest and the fire and the RV that's racing through all the flames. Great action.
So cool.
Yeah, especially as Superman catches that giant flaming tree. And then we see that Jordan is helping just blow the fire out.
Do you think they have like in the writer's room like a cork board with like or like a whiteboard with a bunch of ideas of like scenarios we can put Superman in, like things he can like natural disasters he can help rescue people from and other kinds of disasters, like that's right. It seems like so fun to be able to dream these things up and then make them work them into a story. I'd
love to see like almost like a montage of all these Superman rescues we see.
We've gotten a lot of really good ones in 3 seasons.
Yeah. But unfortunately, Jordan was spotted by the satellite photos. The one moment his hoodie dropped.
Yes.
Which I'm just like, oh, the hoodies again. Sam wants him to get the old high and tight. Jordan is angry and pretty much is like Sam's like, you got to be responsible enough to be a hero. And Jordan's like, you don't know what that means. He's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Anyway. And that plot line kind of ends later when Lois makes Jordan apologize.
Yes.
And Sam's like, you hurt my feelings, but we're good,
I know when he said his feelings got hurt, I felt so like he never says that. And it was, he was like, I wouldn't have admitted this a couple of years ago, but.
This is retired. Well, he's not retired anymore. I don't know what's going on.
Reinstated, reenlisted.
It's a new version of Sam, I guess.
Yeah.
But looks like we got a super hoodie. And Sam's dad's goggles we're going to see. It's not revealed in the next episode either. I'm waiting for a debut of Jordan's new little super suit.
I'm like, if he brings the goggles into battle or something, like they're going to get destroyed, right?
I mean, they're not made of vibranium or whatever the DC equivalent is.
I don't know. I'm like that's the like. The side of me that's like, oh, but this is like old and valuable. It must be preserved. You can't wear this. Nerd.
Next chapter I call Garbage Eating Garbage. Jonathan gets punched by Emmett, the father, because he's worried about Jonathan spreading lies, and Jonathan actually calls him out on stealing the trunk and being a crap dad, which, you call a parent out on this show about being a terrible parent, you're gonna get slapped.
Apparently,
or worse. I don't know. So Lois finds out and goes and confronts Emmett, and guy's a real scumbag.
Oh my God!
Like, don't think I won't lay my hands on a woman.
I know.
And then shows the gun in his belt, and she warns him to stay away.
Yeah. How's that gonna end for him?
Well, he has no idea. After the confrontation, we have a moment of Lois, there's a sound effect of her heart accelerating, and she collapses, but she doesn't lose her consciousness. It just kind of makes her faint. So, Clark finds the boys sitting with Lois and gets the lowdown, and he's like. And he's like, and they're like, this is not a job for Superman. He's not going.
That was maybe my favorite couplet of dialogue in the entire series. No joke.
Oh my God. The anger. So at Vicky Mays, Clark walks in. Lana's like, are you okay? And Clark says, nope.
Everything he says is like so perfect. Like pitch perfect in this whole sequence.
I'd rather not do this in front of your daughter. Emmett tries moving an immovable object.
Yes, which was a great sight gag.
Clark ends up slamming his head down on the counter. He does not sweep him along the counter like he should be swept.
Correct.
Now, if you ever threaten my family again, take something that isn't yours or sell another dangerous drug, I will come for you. I just love that. The way Tyler does that. I will come for you.
Very Liam Neeson.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe he was studying Taken before. Yeah. So Emmett is fine with this. Is like, okay. And then Clark's like, if you do anything, it's my family more. Lois is going to expose you. I like how he brings Lois in it. Like Lois will take care of exposing your crimes, and then you're going to go to jail.
Yeah.
And then he's like, now leave. Maybe quote of the episode coming up right here. From the back of the diner, we hear Kyle go, "Damn, Ken."
Oh, yeah.
Candice ends up going and apologizing to Jonathan, apologizing to everybody about her dad, and gets invited to stay because Lois says Clark listened for Emmett, and he's apparently just driven out of town. He's gone. I'm sure he'll be back.
I'm sure.
In some sort of super suit or something.
Yeah, we'll see, I guess. That scene in the diner, though, I was a little bit conflicted about it because, like, the sort of, on the one hand, I seeing Superman get vindictive always makes me a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But seeing Superman defending his family, like, is completely completely in character. So I can see the, like, anger overtake, the protectiveness and love for your family, making you, driving you to that point of anger, I guess. But that's one thing I'm always like, does this bother? It wasn't like, Superman 3 level, but it was. I liked it because he asked him kindly, General, would you like to step outside? It's true.
And then was like concerned about his daughter seeing anything. Like, this doesn't need to happen in front of your daughter, but and he didn't do anything to him until Emmett took a swing, and it wasn't like he punched him through a wall. He just slammed him down on the counter.
Right.
So
exactly.
And let him leave.
Yeah. He didn't injure him.
He was restrained.
He was. Yes. He showed incredible restraint.
Yeah. Okay. So now Candice is living with the Kents. And I honestly expected more from that, but I guess we could talk about that in the next episode. The next chapter I have is called After Slap.
Wow.
Kyle's just finding out about the slap. So his daughter came crying to him at Vicky May's, and he just had her stay overnight. And then he finds out, like, why are you ducking messages from your mom? I don't know. Just like, listen, we couldn't fit it into the last episode.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to tell you about this now.
Right. Kind of. Yeah. Yeah.
So Kyle goes over to see Lana and is just like, you want to do this here? Or are we going to do this in front of Sophie? Are we going to step outside? No?
In front of Sophie.
No. Just kidding. She's, of course, super apologetic.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, it's unacceptable what happened. And then he also finds out that Sarah didn't give him the whole truth.
Right.
That it was the remark she made. So he does talk to her and tells her about, and I like this. It brings up what we heard about in the pilot, the fact that Sarah tried to kill herself.
Yes.
That's a huge thing in somebody's life. And I'm so glad it came up again. And I'm almost wondering, like, is there something, is reminding us of this incident.
Oh,
going to lead to something else.
That's wow. I hadn't thought about it.
The next episode, she's sitting there drinking with Junior. Junior.
Yeah. I thought the same
thing. But yeah, we actually
we named the dog Indiana. Sorry.
We hear about the desperate scene of how Lana found her, how Lana was giving her CPR all the way up until help arrived, that Sarah wasn't even responding. So that's really scary.
Yeah, that is intense. You're right, though, that it would be odd if they didn't make reference to that ever again. Like this very, traumatic event in all of their lives. It's bound to come up at some point, right? So and I think they handled it very well.
And Kyle actually gives Sarah some advice about hey, it's Lana knows your mom made a big mistake, and let's not judge her on her worst day.
Yeah.
And I love that bit of advice. I ended up actually using it for my daughter today.
Nice.
Not because her mother.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
It was because her friend was being a jerk to her, basically. I was like, let's give her a day. Let's not judge her on her. She's probably having a terrible day. See how she is tomorrow.
Right.
So, I don't know. Thank you, Kyle, for
there you go. There you go.
With parenting. Anyway, they all sit down together. Sarah's apologizes. Lana does try to take her hand, but she pulls away. This is a first step that Kyle's.
First step. She wasn't quite ready for ready for affection yet, but it's a first step.
Next chapter I called Steel Driving Mannheim.
Nice.
So thank you. John Henry's looking into the tech for the blasters, and it's tech from his doppelganger. This is this Earth's John Henry helped with this tech. So he's got to reach out to his doppel sister.
Right.
And his doppel sister, Darlene, we find, I love that he's like, hey, listen, I'm from another Earth. We don't have a lot of time to explain it. And she's like, listen, I was through season 2. Like,
yeah, exactly.
You don't need to tell me anything. This is totally normal that there might be a doppelganger.
Right. The square son. All right. Got it. Yeah. I'm caught up.
Sure. She tells him that her John Henry shut her out of his life, even though their dad used to call them the Wonder Twins. So
nice reference.
So John Henry gets picked up by Bruno's men, and Bruno mentions that Lois keeps thinking that I'm running Intergang, that I took over after Boss Moxie was killed by Lex. I don't know anything about this Boss Moxie, but I bet I know what he's got a lot of.
Hey,
he's got a lot of moxie.
Cans of terrible soda from New England sitting in the fridge.
Yeah, right. Is this a villain that's appeared in the comics?
Boss Moxie is Bruno Mannheim's father and the first head of Intergang.
No,
it's true.
That's impossible.
It's true, all of it.
But yeah, Bruno. Pardon that. You leave your thing on so you can hear a timer, but of course everything else comes through the phone.
No, of course. Everyone decides to text you right then.
Bruno knows that the guy in the suit is John Henry, and then shows him another picture of Darlene strapped in with some explosives and says, "Walk away." So John doesn't walk away. He runs away right out the window and pulls a Tony Stark.
Yes.
And goes on a desperate search for Darlene, finds her, disarms the bomb with seconds to spare. It was pretty suspenseful.
1 second to spare. It was only like 10 seconds, McGruber.
So John Henry comes back to threaten Bruno, and then Bruno goes ahead and threatens his whole doppel family that lives in New Orleans, I guess.
That's hardcore.
Yeah. So Bruno is like, we gotta figure out what's going on with Lois, because Lois is now admitting herself into this hospital that Mannheim is in charge of. Hobbs Bay, who we find out in the next chapter or whatever. And the henchman's like, you got someone in mind to help out with that? And Bruno's like, yeah, me. So that's it for that chapter. We have 40 seconds to spare, and we haven't even talked about Lois.
Oh, wait, not nice. Okay. Well.
But it's really not a lot. It's Clark trying to form a protective circle around Lois, is what I called the chapter. Not let anybody let her sit and binge Forensic Confessions.
Yes, bungee cords and all.
But you know, she's like, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a reporter. Cancer doesn't change that.
Mm-hmm.
So she wants to be working with.
Well, there it is.
There it is. Sarah Koenig says it is time to move on. But I will just wrap this up within a minute. It's basically, we find out that Sam says the blood came from the DOD. They took his blood in season 2 to help him when he was sick.
Yes.
I cannot escape.
They're coming to get you, Robin.
I know, right? What to do with the extra blood? Well, Superman takes care of that. Just incinerates it.
It's gone. Mm-hmm. And it's gone. Yeah.
And it's gone. So, all right. Did I miss anything? Probably.
Just that Lois signs up to be a chemo patient at Mannheim's hospital so that she can keep an eye on him. Hobbs Bay. I must ask you a question, but I'll save it for later.
This one I did not write chapters for, so I will do my best to work my way through this episode quickly. But we may run this one a little longer.
Chaos.
This is not as organized. But we're on episode, 5 episodes. Yeah. This is called
Head on. Apply directly to the forehead. Head on. Apply directly to the forehead. Head on. Apply directly to the forehead. Head on. Apply directly to the forehead.
Yeah. The only commercial that is intended to cause the headache and then make you buy their product.
While selling you the cure. Yeah.
I have a sudden headache. What do I do here? It's all right. So we are, Lois is again packing up for yet another treatment, but this time at Hobbs Bay. Mm-hmm. She wants to chaperone at the Valentine's Day dance. The boys want her to stay home, but she won't. Anyway, and it turns out it's been 3 weeks, and Jordan is already annoyed at Candice.
Like, you think that she's his nemesis.
Yes.
And she's being nothing but sweet.
Yeah, and she's totally bonding with Lois, which is making Jordan even more irritated.
Yeah, I know. Teenage boys, am I right?
Yeah. So they head off, and Lois starts her treatment with Clark by her side.
Yeah.
We find out that the dance is not being held at the high school. It's being held at the Loyal Order of the Bison's banquet hall. I was just immediately thinking of like Fred Flintstone.
Totally.
Vicky Mays Jr. Steps up and accuses Lana of being disrespectful to his dad's memory. And, of course, let's keep it current. Election fraud.
Da, da, da.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Sam and Nat race around on ATVs, and Sam and Nat actually are surprised that this Mateo has shown up at the farm out of nowhere from Metropolis. But it turns out that Sarah was being his wing woman and helping him with that.
Honestly, I'm just surprised they didn't find each other online sooner. Like, he's like, oh, I didn't get, we change numbers. And it's like, you have Instagram. Find each other on Instagram.
Right.
Snapchat.
I am shipping Nat Teo.
Me too.
Nat Teo.
Me too. But it's too good to be true.
Oh, why do you say that?
No, I think that there's, since we first met him, I've felt like they're setting something up. He seems too nice. Like,
too nice.
They're setting something up.
I would hate for Nat's heart to get broken yet again.
I know, but why? I don't want that. I don't want it. I'm just worried that we can't have nice things.
Protective circle around all the women without superpowers.
Yes, exactly. Not that she needs protection, but I hate to see her.
Yeah, like Nat has already been through enough.
Right.
I think, and needs to enjoy a little bit of romance.
Yeah.
But yes,
losing her mom and her entire planet, I would say that's
I love Sam Lane standing at the window, just angrily suspicious.
I know. It's
talking
such
to Jordan about
such
Mateo
a grandpa.
on the other side is like, that dude is freaking me out.
Yeah. So good.
But yeah, he agrees to go to this high school dance with Nat and go buy a suit.
That was where I was like, teenagers don't just go buy suits.
Maybe he's got a little bit of money. I don't know.
Yeah.
Where could he be getting this money from?
Yeah.
He's a teenager. Oh wait, no, he's not. He's a college kid, right?
Whatever. Same thing. Broke teenager, broke college kid, same thing.
All right, talk about suspicious. Okay, I'm going to kind of blend all these together. Lois goes off and investigates, right? Meanwhile, Clark is left there in a room in Hobbs Bay Med, a place run by Bruno Mannheim, talking to two ladies on chemo. And the two ladies talk about their own experiences. One of them even lost a daughter to chemo. And
to cancer, not to chemo.
Oh, sorry, to cancer. Yeah, thank you. And then one of them tells Clark about, quote unquote, the pull. That as much as Lois is going to persist, she is eventually not going to have the will to survive. She's not going to have the energy to survive.
Yeah.
So if she is constantly up and moving about and pushing, it's gonna use up all her energy, and so
she's got to protect her energy if she's going to survive.
Yeah. So these ladies are obvious plants, right? I mean, come on. This is Bruno Mannheim setting these ladies up to. I'm not even sure. Maybe they're not even sick. I don't know.
Oh wow! So you think it's total plan to get Lois to calm down, to get off his case. I got it.
Yeah. Get Lois off my case. Well, maybe I can use her husband Clark, her best partner, to talk her down or get her to stop investigating him.
Yeah, you know what? That went. If that was the intention, it went completely over my head. But I'm on board now.
Yeah. I just feel like this is a whole scenario that Bruno is controlling, because meanwhile Lois is trying to investigate and ends up running right into Bruno, who's like, and here I am, and he opens up a big shade and he's like, these clones were ordered years ago by a Jedi Knight. No, wait, sorry. We're not in Camino. But it sure reminded me. No, he just kind of is like, I've been inventing tech here to protect people, and he talks about his history of his mother dying because there was a chemical plant in suicide slums that poisoned his mother and many around, and now he's the hero. Now he's got to do it. So,
yep.
And he's denying everything about the blood, about Intergang, everything, but.
Right.
I mean, come on.
Which I don't. I believe that the stuff about his mother is true. I believe all of that is true. I just don't believe his denial that he has anything to do with Intergang or any of it.
Right.
But I completely believe that that's a motivation for him is what happened to his mother, and just wanting to protect his community, loyalty.
The greater good, no matter what the cost. Right. Meanwhile, Jonathan ends up finding Kyle changing a tire, and he's the only one that stopped. And so Kyle's really impressed and offers him a little volunteer position at the fire department.
Yeah.
Which is cool. And another like great thing for give Kyle and Jonathan some scenes together. But I really do fear that eventually Lois and Clark are not going to be happy about this at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I worry about him getting in a dicey position.
Yeah.
And walking into danger and what happens.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Lana is telling Chrissy about the how she's taking a lot of flack for how crooked Dean was. And Chrissy's like, you should let people know the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. And so and for a minute there, Lana's ready to just like, let's expose him.
Yeah. Yeah. But, can kind of skip through this. The Junior plot line really is like, he storms out at the dance when she's like, and then Lana catches Sarah helping Junior, but also drinking from a flask. Which so thankfully, Lana's head, I was like, oh my God, Lana, you're gonna cause a problem between you and Sarah yet again.
Right. I was
like, you've been out here drinking all night. Like, come on, it was just like a second.
They just came outside. Yeah.
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 So she's like, can we do it without the drinking? It's good.
Right.
Good, you're being a good friend. So she ends up kind of calling Chrissy off.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah. Because he's been through enough. He doesn't. This guy doesn't need to see his dad's name dragged through the mud, even if it's true. Like he doesn't need more of that.
Right. I just still feel like I don't think this is a closed plot line.
Oh, I agree. I don't think. No. Yeah. I agree.
What else happens? Lois is trying to do the dance thing, but Clark is looking super nervous and tells her to stay home, and then he'll talk later. So we go to the dance. By the way, it's Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Maybe they were expecting this season to start earlier in the year.
Maybe. I mean, because they're just about 2 months off from what would have been Valentine's Day, right? So maybe this was supposed to start in January, and I don't know.
Jonathan asks Kyle about volunteering during the week. He wants to be able to do things on the weekend because, he finds out that Candice is moving to Topeka, which is 4 hours away.
That's tough.
But it's like we can see each other on the weekends, like 4 hours away. Like, oof, that's a heck of a drive.
That's a lot to do every weekend. That's a lot.
Every weekend. Yeah.
I speak from experience. My wife and I were in a long-term relationship for the first few months that we were together between New York and Boston. That's about 4 hours more in traffic, really.
I think you're still in a long-term relationship, right?
Oh, did I say long-term? I meant long distance. Very much in a long term. Yeah, we got a kid now. We're locked in. But yes, we were in a long distance relationship for the first couple months that we were together, and it sucks. It sucks, especially that level of distance.
Yeah. My girlfriend and I are like an hour away from each other, and it's a lot of driving.
Sure,
for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But also Nat gets freaked out when Mateo tries to give her a kiss. And she ends up having a talk with Sam, and Sam talks about like, hey, I'm just as inexperienced with love as you are. My wife left me 30 years ago. I haven't done anything since.
Yeah.
And love is scary, but you're tough. You can do all this. And Nat gives him a hug and says, thanks, Grandpa.
That was, she said, Grandpa. I know. I like gasped. I love him. Like, at first not trusting Mateo, but giving her the advice to like, go for it. And like, he's ready. He's ready. He's like, I can go in there and scare the hell out of him if you want. Right. to. right. I will rain down hellfire on him if he does anything wrong.
So, and Jonathan tells Candice about the predicament, and she's like, don't turn down the job. We'll figure something out. And they tell each other they love each other. I thought it was going to be a breakup, but
that's where it looked like they faked this out.
Right. I was wondering, I was like, oh, okay, are they carting Candice off because this actress needs to go work on another thing?
Right.
This Jonathan's girlfriend needs to go work on another thing. But, with Emmett running out of town and now Candice is going to her aunt's house, I'm assuming this is all going to somehow circle back.
Right.
Yeah. Kyle, meanwhile, talks to Chrissy about how bored he is. This dance is not firing up. Nobody's dancing. There's that one slow number with Mateo and Nat, but besides that, people are just standing around.
Yeah, it's not super not high energy, this dance.
Right. So Kyle's like, the Kush needs your help with something.
The Kush.
She's like, did you just anyway. So he goes and makes a request, not for any sort of like country rock thing or even classic rock.
I was like Cotton Eye Joe, right? He's gonna do like something like that.
Something got to fire this place up. I mean, friends in low places.
It's a choice.
What world do you think Kyle Cushing sits around and listens to Jesus and Mary Chain?
It came up on a Spotify playlist and he liked it. I don't know.
I guess so. Yeah. So this is a song we get the title of the episode from. It's called Head On.
Yeah.
And Chrissy and him dance together in public.
In public.
And the dance is bopping. It's luckily Lana's outside,
Mm-hmm,
so there's not that much uncomfortability, but yeah.
Someone's going to have to tell her sooner or later. Now, you saw how she reacted about Clark's secret. How is she going to react to this?
Oh, my God. I hope worse. Come on. It's got to be even worse.
I hope so. If she's cool about it, I'm like, all right, there's some inconsistency here.
Yeah. And so, they end up sleeping together. And when Lana texts Chrissy to talk to her about the whole Dean thing, she thinks it's something worse. But
yes.
That's kind of like where it's left on. They're going to have to talk to Lana about this eventually. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So while all that's going on at the Department of Defense, we have DeStefano, who we've only heard about. Now he's here with his super suit and his super mask or whatever, and he's got the power of phasing. And he's here for some secrets. He's transferring secrets. But Superman shows up. We have a pretty cool fight with him. I like the whole phase power fight.
Yes, that was very cool.
Yeah. There's a kryptonite blade he's got, but a sonic clap literally knocks him into a wall.
Yes.
And we get a too late Superman because the information has been transferred. So.
Yeah, DOD locations.
DOD locations, yeah.
Now Intergang has them.
Yes. Oh, gosh.
Okay.
Well, that's it, everybody. No, just kidding. There's barely anything left.
We're in good. I think the only thing we really got left is
senior swipe.
Senior swipe, sure. Farmers only.
Installs.
Senior swipe.
Jordan installs a dating app on Sam's phone.
Yes.
So I don't know. What are we going to get here?
Sam's going to get a girlfriend. Sam's going to get a girlfriend. I think so.
I mean, I'm just thinking who in the cast would be. Is he going to start like they didn't kill Hardcastle?
George Dean's wife? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that would be confusing for Junior.
Yeah, no kidding.
And we have this sweet little moment where Lois is sad. She missed the dance, but she did stay. She did feel like, yeah, that fate feeling came on again.
Yeah.
She knew she couldn't go. Clark was right. And she's like, I'm not the only one who gets an opinion. If you disagree with me, just keep sharing it. Especially if you disagree. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when the boys and Sam return, Clark fires up some music and dances with Lois. And John and Candice dance. And I love Sam's like, if you're going to ask me to dance with you, Jordan.
Jordan's like, no, I'm good.
So Jordan does dance with Lois. And I love this, cute moment where she mouths, I love you to Clark.
Yeah. Beautiful moment. Beautiful memory for them to have.
So, yeah. We find out that DeStefano is actually his code name was Deadline.
Deadline.
Sam just mentions matter-of-factly.
Completely in passing.
Yeah. Some guy named Cisco called me and said his name is Deadline. Stop calling him DeStefano. But yeah, the info is where the DOD stores their most sensitive objects. What did they get? And we go to an underground lab where Bruno and Dr. Hook have a dead Bizarro, which I guess is not going to be dead for long.
I guess
him with super blood or whatever.
So they're going to reanimate him, and
I mean, he already looks like a zombie, so
right.
why not?
Yeah, exactly. Just go all the way. If it looks like a duck.
I was not expecting to see Bizarro in this season.
Was not expecting that.
Yeah.
But it does make sense that they mentioned Allie Alston a couple of times. Here and there, like when Sam was explaining about about Clark's blood, he said, like, well, back when you fought Allie Alston, blah blah blah. Like, bringing that back up was to remind us of and even the reference to the square sun.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like guys, remember season 2, right?
Exactly. Yeah, planting little seeds
out of your mind.
Yeah. Imagine you didn't watch season 2. You like started this season and you watch this and you're suddenly like, what the? Why is that Superman's corpse?
Yeah. This isn't like Picard season 3 or anything.
Exactly.
The last 2 seasons.
Just completely throw out the first 2 seasons. They never happened. They never happened. God. Stop thinking so linearly. You're not thinking 4th dimensionally.
All right. Well, I hope we did a good job on covering the 3 episodes. Everybody got their fix, and we're recording this, of course, the night before the next episode comes out.
So by the time you're hearing this, we're already behind again.
Hey, but hey, maybe we'll be more on the ball. Who knows? Not making any promises.
We're trying. It's not for lack of trying, folks. It's just hard.
We love the show. We still love the show.
We do.
We want to make sure to keep updating this feed with podcasts.
Yes.
And,
yes. And
trying our best, folks.
Derek, we miss you, but your AI, your soulless AI, at least, brought a robotic smile to my face. So
yes, we injected a computer with Superman blood, and suddenly it had the voice of Derek.
There we go.
Who knew?
Yes.
Who knew? All right. Shall we do some plugs?
Let's plug away.
All right. Visit us on the web at supermantvtalk.com. Email us your thoughts, supermantvtalk@gmail.com. You can follow us on social media at supermantvtalk on the Twitter, at Starkville House of L on the Instagram. And make sure to rate and review us on your favorite on your Apple podcasts, and subscribe to us on your favorite podcatcher. And of course, as always, we love you, Craig. He's in charge of Krypton Site, K-Site TV, and of course the Twitter account at Superman Lois TV, and he's always got some great stuff on that on his feeds. If you love Superman, if you love Superman and Lois, if you love Smallville, check out Krypton Site. But besides that, our tagline, our sign out tagline, it's not entirely truthful.
No, it is.
We're around.
We're around when you need us.
Yeah, it doesn't. Luckily, our tagline is not. We're always recording on time.
Yes, fair. We're around. We're around. We're here and there. We'll see you when we see you. But we're always around. I guess.
We're always around. And stay tuned for our spoiler section coming up after the bumper.
You just had another, and I'm sick of it.
This is the real world. It takes one mistake to lose everything.
I feel really powerless.
Even Superman has his limits. You need to help him.
Dad said I wasn't ready.
Go save your father.
And we're back for the spoiler section. Does Derek know what the next episode's about, or should I just read it? AI Derek, are you there?
You go ahead and read this one.
Okay. I just love putting the AI on the spot. Hope versus truth. Clark finds himself in uncharted territory, and Lois bonds with a new friend. Meanwhile, Superman pays Bruno Mannheim a surprise visit. Lastly, Lana puts Sarah in charge while she is away at a meeting with Chrissy. All right. So it says Diana Valentine directs. George Kitson wrote. So
here's George Kitson.
Here's George. Yeah. Is the episode called Hope versus Truth? Because
the episode Wikipedia is calling it Of Sound Mind.
Of Sound Mind. Okay. All right. I saw a teaser. I don't know if I saw the if that's a teaser for the next episode or just a teaser for the season. Everybody knows the teasing for the season.
Hail teaser.
But a little Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Tease. Very, very exciting.
I think that was a
Lex is
teaser
coming
for
out
the
of
rest
prison.
of the season. I think that's what that was. Because they were taking
Tune
their...
in, Lex is coming.
Well, because they were about to take their break. So I think it was like, here's what's happening the next few... I think.
All right. So is the 25th, because the episode of Sound Mind is airing on the 25th. So does that mean that we're off after that? I'm not sure.
Again, Wikipedia is showing... so is Wikipedia, take it for what it's worth. April 25th, May 2nd, and May 9th for the next 3 episodes.
Oh, well, maybe they're not taking a break at all. Maybe after May 9th is the break.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's only 8 episodes. Does that sound right? I thought we were getting more, but maybe not.
Oh, well, the season's not only 8 episodes, I'm sure.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, seasons 1 and 2 were like 15, right? So
right.
But yeah. So we know
it's almost like a halfway mark.
We know titles and air dates through episode 8. Yeah, they'll probably take another break after May 9th.
Yeah. Stay tuned to Krypton side, I guess. Okay. Well, I'm excited for Lex. I'm hoping we at least get one Lex episode, if not the next. But I'm also like, it's just not like, I want the big villain to get here, so the other one steps aside, because I think Chad Coleman is.
Yeah, no, I'm loving Chad Coleman as
Bruno,
as the big bad, like, for the season. I'm loving him.
And such an empathetic villain. Like he's doing bad stuff, but he's also like, he's got a point.
He's compelling. Yeah, he's very compelling.
Yeah.
Well, if this is true, like, we're looking at episode 6 is of Sound Mind. Episode 7 is Forever and Always, written by Adam Mallinger. And then
awesome.
Episode 8 is Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, and I would bet that's Lex.
Yeah, that'll be Lex. Okay, cool. That would be a great cliffhanger.
Mid-season cliffhanger. Yeah, I think that's what we're looking at.
Like Lex with the black glove and like some sort of like kryptonite brass knuckles on it.
Yeah. Ooh, there you
by
go.
The throat.
There you go. Yeah.
Credits.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right. Well, thank you everybody for still subscribing and still being patient with us. We are always around.
We try to be.
We try to be. All right. We'll see you on the next episode of Superman and Lois TV Talk.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. I don't know what I'm doing.